transfers, preseason, all the good stuff. Let's get into it. The first thing I want to speak about here in the transfers and preseason is some of the players that I want to let go. I want to let Prast go. I want to let Omarsson and Hermansson go. They have been really good for us. Cetra might even be gone too because he wants a 2-year contract and I don't want to give him a 2-year contract, and so we are really struggling with defenders. 3 of our main defenders gone. But that makes room for some more, well, probably some better defenders getting in. Let's take a look here. I've already set it up. This is the players that I think I want to keep and that is going to be in the first team squad when we are getting around to the new season. So up front, we got Vinicius, Segolic, and that's it. Right now, at least. I mean, Hagen and Stiansen can go in here, and Hagen is... I think he's gonna need to step up his game this season because he is right now the only defender in our team. So we might need just one more guy up here. Hopefully we can find someone Norwegian and bring in that can just, sit on the bench, be happy about that. A youngster maybe. That would be fine. I'm happy with that. Maybe a target man. I would like to get a target man up here. A youngster target man. That would be a great thing. A Norwegian target man. So the midfield, that is probably our strongest right now. That is probably our strongest suit right now for the next season. Nesbit and Shunibar on either side, really strong choices. Bernardson is pretty strong over here, and Antonsen can double down on the left side or the right side. We are looking quite alright on the wingers. So that's at least one thing. And the really good thing is that both Nesbit and Shunibar, they can both play. Either one of them can play on the wings, or one of them can play over here, or the other one can play on the inverted wing on the other side if we're going to do that. So that's perfectly fine. These two are really good. In the central midfield, we are pretty good as well. Now, we're not going to play Akones up here. I don't think we're going to play Akones up here. But we got Bosnax, and we got Olofsson, and we even got Bernardson. But Olofsson and Bosnak is the main guys in here. Bernardson can, be the backup in here, and even Hagen. So we are pretty good in the central park as well. Defensive midfielder, we might need to find someone that can pick up, because often the backup for in here was often Omarsson, and Omarsson is not gonna be sticking around. Omarsson and Hermansson, they want way too much in wages, way too much, like 1.5k. Not gonna go. I can find someone better for less money. Sorry, Icelandic people, but no go. That's a no go. So where is our biggest trouble? Well, our biggest trouble is in the defense, overall in the defense. The best thing here is that we still got Mikkelsen and Anderson for the right side. I think Mikkelsen is probably good enough to be a starter, but if we could find someone on the same level as him, as a Norwegian, we definitely need a Norwegian guy out here as a backup. Or Antonsen is the main backup. I don't know. It's not the worst thing here. But now this is where we are. If Hagen is gonna be our main guy, no, he's not. We are gonna find someone. I need some central defenders, and I'm thinking at least 2 central defenders. Probably both of them star players. Or important players, not star players, but important players that can really come in here, and I need them pretty early in. I want them to get in very early, because changing the defense completely, that's gonna, if we're getting them in too late, then they won't have the formation on their back piece or whatever I want to call it. We need them early so they can actually develop themselves into the squad and, do good when the season actually hits us. The left side, same story. I mean, Överly he's a backup. We need someone over here. So what I'm thinking is using our 3 new foreigners, one in this spot, one in this spot, and one in this spot. And for the rest, we need Norwegian people. We need a Norwegian up here. we need a Norwegian here, and we need a Norwegian here. So 5 players in total. No, sorry, 6 people in total. 3 foreigners and 3 Norwegians. That would be the best thing we could have. And then we still got, you know, I brought some of the youngsters down to the second team again. We can still use some of them if we need to, like emergency backup. But yeah, I mean, we need to find some players pretty early on. I'm gonna go focus on the central defenders here pretty early on to find some decent central defenders. If I'm really good, I might even find some Norwegians. Probably not. But I'm definitely want to find someone really good, 2 really good foreigners, or 3 foreigners in our defense, because I think bringing in some really good defenders could really bring us those last points that we need to get up to a top 2. So that is what I'm gonna go for. We got the first signing in the transfer window. He is called Chino Agig, and he is, of course, Croatian. We are digging down the golden hole that is Croatia. So let's just accept this, because I know I want him. I definitely want this guy, so click that. You can see 160 wages, and you might be thinking, and 22 years old. Oh, okay, he's a guy for the future. But then you look over here, agreed playing time, important player. Is he as good as Hermansson or Omarsson? Possibly. He is at least at the same level. At least he is on the same level. That's for sure. Now, a couple of things that I like about this guy. And what I want in my new central defenders, and what I was looking for, is someone more physical, faster, good jumping reach, good heading. And this guy even got some decent mentals. I don't care about the technicals. With this tactic, I don't care if he can't dribble or make long shots or passing. I don't care about that stuff. Simply not. Good strength, good pace, good jumping reach, really good natural fitness, really good acceleration, agility. That is what I was looking for. Good heading, good marking, good tackling. Positioning is 13. And his mentals is pretty good too. Determination of 15. This guy is pretty good. I'm really happy getting this guy in on 160 wages. But we have seen that the Croatians just want to come to Norway, to the northern parts of Norway, for no wages at all. I have no idea why they want to do that. But well, they are coming in. Very consistent performer. Well, how about that? What is he not good at? He's not a good passer. I don't care. I simply don't care that he's not a good passer. He don't really need to pass the ball. He just needs to get rid of the ball. That's all I want him to do. So, first guy in. We have a new signing, and it is a Norwegian. It's a striker. He's 22 years old. 100 wages. He came from Tromsø. I'm just picking up their youngsters and, well, deal with it. It's what you do as a, well, smaller affiliate. So Sindre Agnes Adolfsson, he is quite decent. He is a backup, of course. He is not gonna be starting in, but he is probably our 3rd best striker option. And I really like his dribbling, really like his first touch. Quite decent physicals overall. Decent jumping reach. He can double down. He got some actually 10 hitting as well. It's the only thing that, I mean, he's an advanced forward, but he can play target man if we need him to. So he can actually double down on both positionings, and that is why I took him. And of course, because he's Norwegian. Really good choice. I mean, this guy seems to have it all. I'm not sure he's gonna be really good at all, but he is gonna be doing the job if one of the guys is gonna be injured. He can come on and do a decent job for us, and I'm really happy with having him. So yeah. One more player is coming in, and this one is a little bit of an odd one. I normally don't do this, but the thing is, I could not get this. This is a Tromsø player as well. So I couldn't get him in on a trial. But I looked at him, and I looked at all his numbers that I could see, and I thought to myself, I need this guy. And I could get him. I could get him for 25k. That is what they wanted. And I was just looking, 25k for this guy. So let's take a quick look at him. 180 wages. So this guy, what is he exactly? Well, I'm not completely sure. I mean, I'm taking a little bit of a chance here, but what I can see is he got jumping reach 13. He got between 8 and 12 in acceleration. He got between 8 and 12 in pace. Very good natural fitness. Decent strength, decent stamina. In general, really good physical. Well, that's a good thing. Okay, then we're looking at his mental. You can just see by default, you can see the blue numbers here. The blue just means that he is, well, between 9 and 15, I think it is. Between 9 and 14, maybe. So, decisions, 11, 14, bravery, 12, 15. Determination, 16 to 19. I like determination. I like players that are very determined. So that is very good. Leadership, 8 to 12. Yeah, we don't know. Positioning, 12 to 15. That's really good. Teamwork, 9 to... yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. Tackling, 12. Heading, 12. Marking, 9 to 13. Probably as 12 as well, or 11 maybe. Passing is even pretty decent. First touch, pretty decent. Is he a wingback or... no, probably not. He is probably a center mid. He's probably a central defender. Not a mid, central defender. I think this guy is a central defender, and I think he could be quite good. I might have stolen this player completely. He is valued at 3k. I think it's only... I'm not sure if that's true. I think this guy way more... he's more... a lot more than that. We don't know before he's getting in. He's not getting in for at least another month or so. But just to have this player there as a backup on either a wingback role or a defensive fullback, or in here as the backup player. I mean, this could be a really good backup to have. So I took a chance. 25k for this chance. Yeah, that's good. I'm taking it. I already did it. And here I go again. Taking yet another chance on a Tromsø player. I'm just picking their players off there. I mean, I can't get them in on trials, but I still got enough numbers to see that I want to take a chance on them. At least for... I mean, this guy is not a chance because he's free. He's basically free. Well, if you're looking away from the wages here. And I mean, we could accept it right away, but let's take a look at him. Borgersen? Thomas Borgersen. So he is also a fullback out here on the right side. But he could also be a central defender. Maybe less so than the other guy. I know less about this guy, but I'm willing to take a chance. What I'm seeing is these numbers, and I'm willing to take a chance. Absolutely. He could be really good. He could be really good. We just don't know. Well, we do know some of the numbers, but this could be anything. This could be the best player in our team. It could be, you know, just a backup player. We don't know. But he's good enough. He's Norwegian, and yeah. That's it. And look at that. He's on 400 wages in Tromsø. That is telling you something, right? That is telling me something. Another player in, this time not a Tromsø player, but a Danish player. I actually don't know where he is from, except from just Denmark. Tobias Anker, he is our last central defender that I'm gonna bring in. We still probably need a defender out left, but this guy got a left foot. So he is our new central defender. Look at his numbers. Wow. I mean, there is a couple of reasons why I wanted him, but now when I'm looking at him again, he's really good. He got no weaknesses at all. No weaknesses. And look at that jumping reach. That is, I mean, that jumping reach is gonna, I don't even know how tall he is. How tall is he? Attributes. What is it saying? 194. Okay, that's very tall. Big boy is a big boy, and he's only 23. That jumping reach is gonna help us out so much, both defending and attacking wise. It's gonna be good. So he's from FC Midtjylland. Okay. Yeah, he's been playing in FC Midtjylland for... Wow, he actually played in the first division. He played in the Superliga. What the... And he was on loan on Fredericia in... Why am I not saying on Danish? Fredericia. 27 games in the first division in Denmark. This could be a really good player. He could... Oh... I think we got some good defenders now. I think in the central defense we are perfectly fine with some of the chances I took on the Tromsø players as well. So I'm happy with this now. I'm really happy with this, but we still need someone to get into this spot here. We do not have enough here. We do have enough here with Tino Agic and Anker and a couple of the prospects coming in from Tromsø. We're perfectly fine in this area over here. And now we need something here, and we need probably something here. And then we're pretty good. Could go for more up here, but I think I'm fine with Stiansen and the new guy we're getting in from somewhere as well. So yeah, it looks pretty decent. It looks pretty decent. I'm actually pretty happy. I'm only at the 8th of December, so that means I got a long preseason to get all the new players ready for the new season. Spot on. Another player is joining the ranks. It is Jonas Vågen or Eide Vågen. So he is Norwegian and he is probably gonna be a backup. He is set to a squad player, but yeah, he will get his time on. He'll probably be on the bench very, very often. I expect him to be on the bench. Let's just accept it because I want him. So he is backup left back. And that is exactly what we wanted. And he is also wing back over here. He can double down. He's actually more an inverted wing back over here. So that's actually that. I'm pretty happy with getting an inverted wing back. Because we will use inverted wing backs from time to time. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. But, I mean, he can do wingback, he can do inverted wingback, and his numbers he's very well-rounded. But he's still a backup. I'm still expecting to get another player in that is better than this guy. But this guy is very physical, and this guy is very well-rounded. I'm getting another player, and he is very mental and very technical. I'm not sure if I'm getting him, but hopefully, and he is a foreigner. So, hopefully you will see him in just a moment. Yeah, here we go. We actually got him. So he is Italian. He's 24 years old. Francesco Rillo. He's going to be an important player. I feel like he's going to be very important, actually. Am I expecting him to do better than what we have seen our inverted wingbacks and in general our backs do? I'm not sure. I feel like that I play a tactic that doesn't really make the wingbacks or backs, for that matter, having really high average ratings. But anyhow, this is the guy, and he's quite good. He's definitely a fullback. He can play fullback on defense as well because he got some decent tackling, marking, and stuff. But he is, quite opposite to the other guy. I mean, he is well-rounded. He is very well-rounded, as you can see up here. But he's not physical. He got some decent numbers, 10 and 9s, and 1 8. That's very good. And he can improve a little bit on that. But his mentals are 11 and 12s, and his technicals. He's a very technical kind of player. Good crossing, good first touch, good heading. He don't really have jumping reach, but long shots 10, finishing 8, passing 11. I mean, technique 10. This is a good player. His overall ability is like at 11th or maybe 10.5 or something like that. That's insane for this level. So, very strong left foot, and he is by far our best left back right now. By far. I mean, the other guy, the Norwegian I brought in, is also very good. So, our left side right now, our left backs, that's very good. That's very good. Let's bring him in. There we go. So let's take a quick look at our squad depth here and what happened since the last time. So, I mean, we basically got our defenders now. It looks quite good. Very decent options for the defender left area here, and very decent. I mean, we got 4 players that can play 5 players actually that can play the central defense here. Tino Agnik, or Agik, Tino Agik. You know what? Let's rename him to just Tino. I like that. Set nickname. Tino. There we go. And he will forever be known by Tino. And we got Anger, Tino and Anger. Good options in the central park. Central defense, I mean. The biggest worry right now is... They need to learn each other. They need to form a partnership, all these guys down here. Because none of them have played before together. And that's my biggest worry going into the next season. That we got a completely new back line. And that can be a worry for the first couple of games. So I will have I will have that 10 games friendlies again. Because they need to play together. And I need them to play together a lot before we're starting the season. Because all of them are new, basically. We do have Hagen and we do have a couple, you know, but they are not the first team members. The first 11, they have never played together before. So it's a little bit worrying. But overall, down here, I'm perfectly happy. Also, in the right side here, we got, yeah, we don't know yet. We don't know yet if this guy is going to be starting out here. He could be. I mean, he doesn't look that fast, but, I mean, defending-wise, he could be really good out there. Depending on what side we are playing, I mean, we can. That's the good thing now. We got some really good defenders for the fullbacks that can play on defense fullbacks and do a really good job at that. And we also got a couple of players that are really attacking fullbacks. So we can you know, whatever side we're gonna choose, we can just choose the correct kind of player for that role now. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine with this area as well. We got Mikkelsen, Antonsen. Vogan can go over here if he needs to and play a wingback over here as well because he is right-footed. But he can also play an inverted winger over here. I mean, this guy is pretty good as well. And we got maybe Borgersen, or what is his name? Borgersen. Yeah, Borgersen. Again, a very defensive-minded player, but he could also be a central defender. I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. And what we need now, the only thing I think we are missing here, and I can't bring in more foreigners. I have used all my foreigner spots right now, and that is a defensive midfielder of some sort. We need someone to cover from Accounts if he's getting injured, or, you know, just to rotate a little bit. And we don't really have anyone right now that can play that role. I don't know if I've taken someone out that could be playing up here. Omarsson, Löwland, Yuting. Nope, none of them are here. None of them are gonna be here for the next season. We need someone Norwegian to just be a rotating player here. So that's what I'm looking for. But we are at the 28th of December. We have not even started the preseason yet, and we have basically got our full team. We don't really need any more players except from that defensive midfielder. So yeah, I think I did good. I think I did really good here. We have released 14 players. Prast, Kolbjørnsrud, Omarsson, Hermansson, Cetra. I mean, he just didn't want to stay. And, well, he wanted to stay, but he wanted a 2-year contract. No. Hansen, Broden, Löwland, and Oivan from the first team. They're gone. I'm okay with it. It's okay. And a couple of youngsters. Probably most noteworthy is Djurhus. Not here anymore. So that is it. 123k in the minus at the end of the year, going into the new season. Yeah, I mean, we're not breaking even here, but we didn't get the money for the next season's TV money either. So, well, I think we're okay. But the wages are gonna go down now. I think the wages are gonna go down because the two, especially the two, Omarsson and Hermansson, was on 1,000 wages. They're gone. They're not going to be here anymore. And the new players we got in is on way lower wages. So I think we're good, financially speaking. So, who should we pick for captain for the next season? I don't have any obvious choices this time around. My assistant manager is suggesting Vinicius and Burnson. I don't know. I think Vinicius deserves it, to be honest. But he's not really a leader. But I guess we're going to give it to him. And who else? Maybe Sekulic? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm okay with that. Let's do it. Yeah. There we go. The new players are finally in, and we can finally see what Borgerson and Anderson is all about. We already knew that Adolphson was a decent striker option up front, but what about the other two? Because we couldn't see all the numbers, so I haven't checked them out yet. Let's check them out together here. Borgerson, so he is our fullback. Okay. Now that's actually not too bad, but the question is he a better... I think he's a pretty good central defender. He is probably our backup central defender, if anything. Yeah, he looks quite good in there. I don't see any weaknesses to central defense here at all. So he could be a really good central defender for us. Very good. And he's Norwegian, so, and both of them are. Now, Andersen. So the question is, who is better of these two guys coming from Tromsø? Ooh. Very similar players. But both of them can play fullback on defense, that's for sure. Both of them can play on fullback. And both of them can play as central defenders. I think we're pretty good here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I mean, his only weakness is probably his 9 acceleration. What else? Is there anything else? Not really. Both of them pretty decent. Pretty decent fullbacks on defense and pretty decent central defenders. Nothing wrong with these guys. They're very, very similar, but I mean, they're pretty good. And they're backups. These guys are backups. They might not be when the, getting into the season. They might get a first spot. At least one of them. Now, I am getting a player that I didn't expect to get, and he was released from. So I don't even know where he was released from, but I actually don't know his numbers yet. I have no idea. But he is 27, he's Norwegian, I can get him for really cheap. And he just, I mean, they think that he's a really, really good player. He's a winger or wingback. And I don't see why I wouldn't take him, to be honest. Just to have that little bit more depth for the winger role and the wingback role. Then we got 3 wingbacks, really good wingbacks. And he can also double down on the winger. He's probably more a defensive winger, but I'm not sure about the agreed playing time here. I mean, that might be a little bit worrying, but just looking at the numbers here, pretty much everything is above 10. Everything. Except from strength, leadership, maybe tackling, penalty taking, heading, and long throws. I'm gonna take him. He is getting a little bit more wages than I wanted, but let's see what he is all about. Let's see what he's all about, man. Alright, let's check him out again. See what his numbers really are. Yeah, he's really good. He is really good, and he can play as a winger. He can play as a this is really good. He's a really good player. I mean, he is pretty much as good as Rillo. He's probably as good as Rillo. Actually, let's compare them. Reports. Where is it? Comparison. Compare with. So let's see. Rillo is more aerial, defending. Yeah, they're pretty. So he's a little bit better defending, and he is a little bit better aerial-wise. But in terms of attacking, in terms of technicals, they're very, very similar. I mean, these two guys are gonna be really good for us. I think they're gonna be really good. I hope they are. So that's really good. Let's put him on some. What should we put him on? I'm not sure. Wingback or midfield? I think a wingback. I think wingback is where we actually fullback on attack. Additional roles. Does he have any holes in his strength? Is not too good. Leadership. Yeah, probably strength and jumping reach. That is probably what I want to go for here. Heading is 5. Doesn't really make sense then. But I like to go for weaknesses when I'm improving players, and his weakness is definitely strength. He's 27, so maybe not. I like to go for weaknesses when they are younger and go for something that, well, something that would, like marking and tackling here. He can do better in marking and tackling. So let's go for that since he is 27. I don't want to go physical when he's 27. Do we have, no, I need to go back here. So let's go focus and do, not strength, where is it? Can never find it. There we go. Marking, positioning, decisions. That's what I want to go for. Right. Let's move on here. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you the before and after familiarity when we are getting into the preseason here. So as you can see, the familiarity right now is competent and accomplished with this formation, and the other one is somewhat lower. So let's see here what I expect now. Look at this insane schedule I made. This is absolutely insane. I don't know how many games this is. It's a ton load. We're gonna play a friendly every Wednesday and Friday for the whole preseason. As you can see, pretty much you can see it here. But the preseason is so long. It's 77 days. I want to be able to have our familiarity really high up on all three tactics when we are getting down here to the first division start against Tromsø. Ooh, Tromsø came down again. So we're going to be playing. We actually also we are going to play Tromsø in the friendlies as well because they are our affiliate. But yeah, I want to see how much this changed, and I want to show you guys how much this changed because this is a big deal. Also, another thing, let's take a look in here at the dynamics. Now they're actually decent. They're decent, but what I expect after the friendlies here is they're going to be way higher. All of them is going to be way higher up here. Hopefully. Managerial support, probably not, but club atmosphere and team cohesion, hopefully they are going to be even better than what they are right now. But let's get into the friendlies. We got some youth intakes coming in here, and I just want to say one thing. This episode is taking me, I don't know, I'm not playing all the time, I'm playing all the games too, but holy moly, this episode is gonna take long, like 4 days, 3 or 4 days. It's taking so long getting through these friendlies. I expected that. But let's take a look at the new intake here. So a couple of the players are actually looking quite good. Decent goalkeeper here. Very decent goalkeeper. I like what I'm seeing. He got some decent numbers. Really good. Fjelledvid? I'm not sure. What is he? He's a fullback. Not that good, but I mean, could potentially have good ability, but yeah, maybe one of the worst. Gunnarsson looks like a decent winger. Yeah, I like him. I like him. Soltvedt, I don't know, but he looks pretty damn decent. Really decent defender. Could be good. Why is he not... Okay, no current ability, I guess, but he seems to be... I mean, determination, 17. That's good. And Mansouri, he doesn't sound like... Nah, he's probably Moroccan. Okay. Whoops, didn't really see him. So another winger. Yeah, doesn't really look that good. Saka. Soka. Sounds Finnish. Yeah, he is Finnish. Okay. Really good jumping reach. Oh, he looks actually quite good. This guy could be really good. Ah, his acceleration and pace. Yeah, he needs to develop a lot. Jarl Becken. Ooh, now this guy passing 15. Ooh, okay. Do he have any weaknesses here? Yeah, his strength and stamina. And positioning. Okay. But still. Well, I don't know, but he could be really good. This guy could be the real deal. Look at this. Look at this number. Look at his numbers for deep line playmaker already. Holy. Hovland, another winger. I mean, this intake is really good. Another winger. Wow. Okay. What a great intake. I mean, that was really good. So what have I been up to? Well, a lot of friendlies. We are just over midway here in the friendlies, and yeah, we're looking quite good. Not really letting too many goals in. We just won against Tromsø 3-2, so that's really good. Vinicius and Sekulic, look at that, Sekulic just going crazy in that match. So yes, it seems pretty good. I'm happy about what I'm seeing, and we should have a really good team going into the season. So let's move on here. Transfer deadline has passed, and we actually sold a player. Who is it? Well, I sold one player, so let's take a look who it was. Hagen. So our youngster, 19 years old, Alexander Hagen, is gone. We got how much money? 20k. Not much, but he wanted to go, and yeah, I can understand why, because he would not have gotten a lot of games here, to be honest, if any. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay for him to leave. I mean, he looks pretty good, and I liked him, but yeah, it's 20k, and well, it's okay. I'm okay with it. So the transfer is passed, and we got one more friendly to play, and then we are going into the leagues. The last friendly have just been played, and we are pretty much ready to get into the new season here. I believe it is season 6, yeah, for Alta. So let's take a quick look at our tactic here. I have not changed anything. I have just been grinding through these friendlies and getting our familiarity up, and it looks decent, I would say. I don't seem to be able to get positioning, role, and duty up on either, really, but they are pretty high up in everything else now. This one is struggling a little bit in positioning and role duty, awkward still, but rest is fluid, and that is quite nice. That is quite nice. So yeah, I believe the team is ready. I have a feeling that our team is gonna be the best that we have ever had. I think this is the best team. Again, the only worry I got is this here. We don't really have a good cover for Arcones. Arcones is gonna be playing so many games this season. It's not even funny. Overly seems to be the best option up there, and he has developed a little bit here and there, but yeah, he seems to be the best option. In all honesty, he might be the best defensive midfielder after Raccoons. So I mean, he might go up there and play sometimes. Is he? Yeah, he's decent. I mean, he's not good. He's not on the same level as Raccoons, but I think we're good. There's not really a weakness here. I mean, the weakness is if Segulis and Vinicius is gonna get injured or can't play, then we got a problem up front. Stiansen and Adolfson is not on the same level as Vinicius or Segulis is. So the only thing stopping me here from winning the league, I believe, is injuries. I think this tactic here is very capable of winning the league. It should be very capable of winning the league. So I guess we're getting into the league now. We are getting out of this pre. I mean, it's not that bad for you guys. For you guys, it's like 35 minutes or something. For me, it was 4 days. I played all the friendlies. Do you know how long that took? There are more friendlies than there are, not really, but almost as many friendlies as there is league games. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna do stuff, and you can see why, because we had so many changes in the back four, and our familiarity is quite good now. It is pretty much as good as it gets, I think. I don't think it's gonna get better. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into the next season. And that was the end of this episode, guys. I think it's gonna be a pretty long episode, but I mean, there was a lot of friendlies, and I had a lot of stuff to say, so that is how I'm doing it. That is just how I'm doing it. And the only thing we need to say now is, well, stick around for the upcoming season.